Hi there. So, in the last couple of weeks, a new version of Bard came along with announcements on the Gemini. Uh, in this video, this is the first one that I am creating for this channel. I'll be trying out Bard in context of financial queries. Primarily, the use case that I am picking is that if it can help you understand the quarterly report of a given company, because a lot of times if you have invested in a company and you are a direct investor, then you would like to know the highlights of a particular quarterly report and understand whether you should continue to stay invested or exit. So the company that I'll pick to begin with is Hoodco, which is a small which is in the housing loan segment and primarily caters to the lower end of the segment. It's a PSU and the stock has already done a decent run up when I'm invested in it. So let's see. I'll indicate, can you look up for Hoodco quarterly results and tell me how is the revenue and profit margin. Give me significant wins and areas of concern. Okay, let's see what it has to say. So it brings in the response, and as you can see that it is bringing in the quarterly results for the periods ending September 30th. That's the previous quarter. Now it's pretty good actually the way it has interpreted numbers. So it is showing an increase of 1.6% from the previous quarter and 7.67 in terms of the income. Profit margin, net profit also reflects a 13.96% and a 1.35% from the previous quarter. So it is indicating that it has increased profitability, stable income growth, marginal dip in quarterly profit margin. And it is also calling out the areas of concern. Now, since it's a financial institution, I would like to understand that what is the NPA for this, for Hoodco, and is it increasing over a period of time. So the NPA, it has only from the 31st March, so it's indicating that it is not growing. It indicates a decrease. And let me ask, can you tell me the P and current price for Hoodco? So there it is. It also brings me that. Now, can you give me a comparison which has revenue, profit for last 2 quarters along with current P and price, and compare it with competitors in financial market for Hoodco. So what I'm trying to do over here is primarily I want to see what has been the profit and what is the revenue vis-a-vis its competitors, what's the current PE for the other competitors, and how well this is positioned in the market. So let's run this query and see what it is. So ideally it should pick up some other housing companies like the HDFC, LSC Housing Finance, and it has brought me that. Now if you look at the current price, it is 111 and the PE ratio is 12.44 for Hoodco and the revenue is 709.41,455, and then it is compared with its competitors. So pretty good, I would say, that even if you're not aware of the sector fully, if you know what are the attributes that you're seeking, then it gives you a comparison. You can ask very specific questions, and it also gives you the insight. So it's not only giving you the numbers, and I know this number at least is correct. I think let's do a quick check if LIC Housing Finance is having the right number. So I go to Google back and I look for this stock. And let me check. So it says 538. Yeah, it indicates 540. So it's pretty good actually, I would say. Now the only thing that I would like to think is that if this, so the PE ratio is there, current price is there, it has given me the competitors. What I would like to see is that, like it has indicated what is the revenue and what's the profit, but rather than giving it to me like this, if it can add a column which gives me quarter on quarter how is the profit grown for each of these companies. Can you include a column which shows me a quarter on quarter change for revenue and profit in about table? Let me ask that and let's see what it has to say. Okay, that's good. So it indicates that the Hoodco profit, Hoodco revenue was in quarter 3 was 709.41 CR and profit in quarter 3 was 207. Q2 2023 profit change is indicated at minus 15%. Now that seems to be incorrect because at the top it indicated that the profit at a quarterly level increased. So somewhere as it starts getting more complicated, it starts messing up with numbers. But if you look at it, this is pretty decent information to begin with, that you've got the list of competitors, you've gotten the information on the PE, you've gotten the information on their current price, and then you can also see on how each one of them has done in terms of the quarterly results, in terms of the revenue and the profit. So I think this part is not that accurate, but definitely in the right direction. And so it shows the highest quarter on quarter revenue growth among the listed company, highlighting strong momentum. Now I don't know how it is showing that, because Q2 it is indicating 55%, Q2 23 profit quarter on quarter change, it is indicating minus 15. Now it's not very clear on what it means by that, but definitely, and it says experienced dip quarter 2 to quarter 3 while several competitors saw its increase. So, but if I go above, it indicates that the profit margin, the profits had increased, the net profit. So let me ask it a slightly different question, that can you give me exact numbers? Can you give me profit numbers instead of computed numbers for the quarter and include in the table? So what I am saying is that since you didn't get this correct over here, it seems like that, because if I read the report earlier and I interpret the report over here, it is not coming out perfectly. So what I'm trying to do is just give me the profits. So it's taking time to think through it. Now you come over here and it indicates that quarter 3 is a 243.75 crores, HDFC is so much, and I will indicate remove quarter on quarter change column. So now it has gotten me the set of companies with quarter 3 results, quarter 3 23 revenue, quarter 3 profits, and compare. Also include column for previous quarter. Revenue and profit column for previous quarter for each of these companies. Let's see what it gets. So now it has gotten the quarter 3 revenue, quarter 2 revenue, quarter 3 profit, and quarter 2 profit. It's gotten the current price, it has gotten the P ratio, and now it seems that it is getting all the numbers. And as you can see over here, you can make some assessments of how the particular market is growing and how this particular stock is growing. Now of course, as this thing starts improving, the compute values can be also figured out. So it is bringing in all of this information from the quarterly results, which is usually very difficult to analyze. Now you can compare multiple companies in a particular segment and see how their price is, how the P ratio is, and how have they shown revenues and profits. And as this thing starts maturing more, it will be much easier to do benchmarks and figure out for a particular sector which company to invest in, at least based on the quarterly results, or take decisions to hold or start exiting. So it's pretty good. I see that the numbers, because I know the HUDCO numbers fairly well, that these numbers are online with what the quarterly results have indicated, and we will be also comparing these numbers and trying to figure out if these results were accurate. But when I compare it with ChatGPT, obviously, because ChatGPT is more about text and it doesn't have access to the financial data, it's very difficult to get this kind of an outcome. For financial analysis, BART really stands out at this point in time because it has connectivity to the stock exchange data. I'm sure there will be good plugins that would be getting developed in ChatGPT, and that would be equally useful, but for now this stands out in its native format. Pretty good, because if you look at it, we started with a very basic question that how is the Hoodco's quarterly results. It gave specific numbers, it gave insights. Then we asked the NPA part of it, it gave that information at an annual level. Then we asked the P and the current price. So we're bringing in data from every aspect. Then we brought in other companies to compare, and while it is doing all of that, it is giving you the metrics, it's also giving you the insight, and it is telling you what's going on over here. So it brings the numbers and it brings in the insights that you would need. So it says that shows the highest quarter on quarter revenue growth among the listed companies, highlighting strong momentum, and which is true, because if I look at the final numbers, that is showing that. So try it out, it definitely helps, and next time we figure out if BART can be used for other purposes. For now, we might focus completely on the financial analysis using generative AI. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.